Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. Today I am going to start chapter number 6, World After 1945. Students, you have learned First World War, Second World War. Now in this chapter we are going to study about the after effects of the World War II. The pages of histories are full of innumerable wars fought in ancient India. Yet the most destructive war which will always be remembered in the modern world is the first and the second world. The League of Nations was formed with the purpose of establishing permanent peace in the world, but League of Nations failed, and in 1939 the Second World War broke out. Students, so the disturbed state of mind, horrors of World War II persuaded human beings to once again make efforts to peace and protection of the independence, and that's why United Nations organization that established on 24th October 1945 in order to maintain peace after the Second World War. So United Nations Charter, these 4 points are there, and these 4 points you have to remember. United Nations established after the Second World War, okay, after 1945. Okay, this charter starts with the preamble, explain the goals of United Nations. Below given are the goals. First one, there is a determination to save the future generation from the pangs, means horror of the destructive war. Save the future generation from the wars, and here emphasis given to the responsibility borne out of the international law and mutual understanding. There should be mutual understanding between the two countries. Okay, second point, emphasis has been laid on developing tolerance, means Sahan Shakti, mutually. So the whole world develops socially. So develop the tolerance. Third, economic, social and cultural problems. If any country is having any problems like economic, social and culture, that can be solved with the help of the United Nations. And human rights as well as the basic freedom should be disseminated, means scattered, separated, irrespective of caste, language, gender and religion. So all kinds of rights should be given to the person irrespective of the caste, religion, gender and all. Lastly, appeal to the nation for the cooperation. All the nations should be act cooperatively for achieving these objectives. So these four are the United Nations Charter's aims or goals that you have to remember. Thus, United Nations Charter conclude the dismantling of the war, how to remove and stay away from the war, and constant urge for the peace is the main objectives of United Nations. Cold War. Students, you have heard about this Cold War. Clear? Many times you have heard. After the first, second war, the Cold War begins. So what were the reasons of the Cold War, and what were the consequences for the Cold War? Now we are going to study it. It is very interesting. Now, though the World War II that 1945 and 1935 and ended in 1945 got over, World War II over, it resulted into creation of America, Russia as superpower. Two countries become superpower. Okay, America and Russia, while taking the place of England and France. In war, England, France, Russia, America were together. But Russian administration policy created differences. Thus, America and England separated. A strong competition between the two superpowers, America and Russia, to establish supremacy over the world emerged after the Second World War. So the power was centralized between the two power blocks, one America and second Russia. Therefore, this period is considered to be a bipolar, matlab two world order. Owing to extremely tense relation between the two power blocks, this phase is called as Cold War phase between the two countries, America and the Russia. At various incidents, both the superpowers almost came into conflict with one another. They try to become a superpower in the world, and they come in front of us as an enemy and came into conflict with one another, and then Cold War started. There was a basic change in the relation among powerful nations of the world after the World War. America and Soviet Union, who had once allied and fought against the Nazi Germany, fascist Italy, emerged as a leader. Two rival, means competitive power blocks and military powers. Thus, the Cold War started between them. Which two countries? America and Russia. Though Britain and France also emerged as a victorious, yet they lost the status of great power due to terrible ruination caused by the ravages of war, ending the imperialism. Germany, Italy, Japan not only lost the war but also ruined economically, politically, and militarily. Germany also collapsed. After the World War, Soviet Union captured the eastern area of Germany. An eastern country, Austria, Albania, Hungary, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, Poland, Romania, Bulgaria, Baltic states. Later on gave the reins of power to respective communist parties of those countries. Soviet Union captured the entire eastern Germany country. They did this to continue the superiority of this country. A nuclear test. By conducting a nuclear test, Soviet Union directly challenged to the monopolistic and nuclear power of America. So in order to become a superpower, Soviet Union started and conducted nuclear tests, tried to preparing the atom bombs and all. Meanwhile, democratic system was gradually established in Western European countries that were liberated by British and American force. Now the world distributed among the army groups. Whole country of the world started producing the weapons and everything in order to protect themselves. One of the most important aspects of the conflict of ideology was mutual distrust, means not having trust on each other and sense of doubt on the intention of the rival group. Okay, doubt on the rival means competitive, means enemy group. Owing to the fear born out of mutual distrusts, doubts, both the powers established their own military base. Both the superpower, America and Soviet Union, established their military base. Base means what? They started maintaining their army. Led and inspired by America, Western democratic countries on the North Atlantic Ocean established a military organization, NATO, that is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, in April 1949. Thereafter, to protect the southeastern countries from onslaught of Soviet Union communism, America and England established one more military organization. In order to protect the America from the Soviet Union, they established one more military organization, SEATO, in 1945, Southeast Asia Treaty Organization. So this is all about America. America established military organization. Now, Russia also established a military organization named Warsaw Pact. Russia also established military organization named Warsaw Pact against the SEATO military organization. SEATO that established by the America. One more organization, CENTO, Central East North Treaty Organization, or Baghdad Treaty, was established in the Middle East countries under the leadership and inspiration of the England. Here, various Arab countries joined CENTO, and later on America took over its leadership. Now, armament means production of the weapons. Disarmament, not to produce the weapons. Nuclear weapon creation, creation of atom bomb and missiles, and its application. This is very interesting, students. I am going to teach you, just pay attention. The Cold War that started between Soviet Union, means Russia, and America, which was meant for the dominance over the world, gave rise to fierce competition among the superpowers. Fierce means strong competition among the superpower. And for the sake of dominance, armament race was given high priority. America has used the atom bomb. Students, you know that how World War II over, America dropped the atom bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki cities of Japan in the year 1945. This way, America proved its supremacy. But within the next 4 years, Soviet Union also proved its capacity for making atom bomb. That means America used atom bombs in 1945. After 4 years, 1945 plus 4 in 1949, Soviet Union also created atom bombs, and this created the power balance, means both the countries' power balance. America declared blockade of communist Cuba. America declared blockade in communist Cuba, which was on the southeast. To defend Cuba against possible attacks of America, Soviet Union sent the ships loaded with the missiles in the Caribbean Sea. अमेरिका ब्लॉकेड मतलब घेर लिया क्यूबा को. क्यूबा को बचाने के लिए, टू डिफेंड क्यूबा अगेंस्ट पॉसिबल अटैक्स ऑफ अमेरिका, सोवियत यूनियन सेंड द शिप. Both the superpower threaten each other. Now Soviet Union used the missiles, America also used atom bombs, and both the country, not only both the country but also whole the world collapse. Whole the world will damage. Both the country threaten each other to use the nuclear weapons. The world was almost on the verge of nuclear war. Finally, leader of America and Soviet Union had a talk. On the hotline, for the first time, both the superpower had started communication. The Soviet Union decided to withdraw its ships. America decided to curb the missiles aimed toward Cuba. So the whole episode is called Cuban Crisis. So Soviet Union withdraw the ships. America that curb the missiles that America had targeted toward the Cuba. So the whole episode is known as Cuban Crisis. This episode is very important episodes in the world politics. It started communication between the two superpowers. This incident is important toward the process of disarmament of the nuclear weapons. Students, disarmament means what? Disarmament means not to produce any weapons. So after the Cuban crisis, the disarmament started. The entire Cuban crisis is considered at the beginning of the end of the Cold War. America, the Soviet Union, the Britain agreed on maintaining control over nuclear production, and they experiment proliferation. So this agreement is known as Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. America, Britain, Soviet decided to not to produce any weapons, but France did not sign it, and France conducted tests. China also did not sign the treaty, and China also conducted nuclear tests in the year 1964. Clear? This treaty imposed ban on conducting the nuclear test is in the open atmosphere. Of course, except Communist China, the other four were already permanent members of United Nations Security Council. Okay, everyone decided to not to produce any weapons. Apart from the nuclear weapons and missiles, superpower have also developed the chemical and biological weapons. Not only these weapons, but other weapons also they have decided. That is the chemical and biological weapons. These weapons of mass destruction can kill the millions of people without damaging the materialistic wealth. These weapons only kill the human beings. Did not damage the material, matlab building and everything did not damage. People would die miserably while suffering from the various diseases because of the lethal weapons. People died because of this disease. During these decades, many important far-fetching changes took place in the international politics. Owing to many reasons, the Cold War among the superpower also ended. So, the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty helped in this concern. India has always welcomed the treaties and always supporter of the disarmament. The world will be always the danger until the disarmament of lethal weapon is not done. Rise of independent nations in Asia. India achieved independence in 1947 after a long freedom struggle. Owing to the Britain policy of divide and rule and certain other reasons, the country was divided into two nations, namely India and Pakistan. In the same way, the continuous struggle against the Britishers, countries like Sri Lanka, Myanmar got independence in 1948. In the case of Indonesia, the United Nations plays a very important role, and Asian countries like Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam too got independence. So, India got independence in 1947. Students, you know that. Rise of independent nations in Africa. The Second World War proved to be good omen for the enslaved, matlab gulao, nations of Africa. After the Second World War, countries like Abyssinia, South Africa, Egypt were independent. The Second World War and the freedom struggle in the Asian countries inspired the other African countries too. It resulted in that during the tenure of 16 years from 1951 to 1966, 40 small and large countries became free. Imperialist countries tried to have supremacy over these countries, but these countries either joined superpowers or the military resource to get their freedom. Now, non-aligned movement. This movement is very important, students, and just pay attention. Some new nation adopted the policy not to align with any other power bloc and military bloc. Align means to join, not to join any power bloc, not to join America or not to join Soviet Union or Russia. Remain aligned means separated. They decided to would maintain the equal distance between the power bloc. They maintain the distance from the power bloc. These nations are identified as a non-aligned nations. Their foreign policy are called non-aligned policy. Those neutral nations, they did not want to adopt ideology of either of two superpower of the world. Wish to remain have all-round development maintaining its unique existence. Under the leadership of India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, Indonesia's first President Sukarno, Egypt's second President Gamal Abdel Nasser, Ghana's first President Kwame Nkrumah, Yugoslavia's President Josip Broz Tito got thumping support for the movement, means they do not want to join any country. In this non-aligned council, 23 countries of Asia and 6 countries of Africa were present. The organization was found in the Belgrade in 1961, known as a NAM. NAM means what? Non-aligned movement. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, the policy of non-aligned movement was framed. Jawaharlal Nehru, the policy of non-aligned movement was framed. NAM that completed valuable leadership. Nehru believed that movement continued to see the role for itself as its view the world's poorest nations remain exploited and marginalized, no longer by opposing superpowers but rather in a unipolar world. The Western hegemony and neo-colonization that the movement has really realigned itself. It opposed the foreign occupation. This movement, not to support any power bloc, it opposed the foreign occupation, interference in international affairs, aggressive unilateral measures, but it has also shifted to focus on socio-economic challenges facing the member states. In the country, poorer country, what kind of problem the people face in the country, they try to solve it, especially inequality manifested by globalization. Globalization means import and export. They want to remove implication of neoliberal policies. The non-aligned movement has identified the economic underdevelopment, poverty, social injustice, and growing threats to peace and security. They want to remove all these things. Today, more and more countries have joined the non-aligned movement. Union Summit was held in Kuala Lumpur on 30th May 2003. For the last 4 decades, many incidents have happened. With the disintegration of Soviet Union, Russia's power decreased, and America emerged as a superpower. Imperial policy decreased to minimum in the other countries. In this situation, non-aligned movement play most important role. The non-aligned nations with their non-aligned policy were successful in contributing toward world politics. The non-aligned movement was successful in showing off its moral impact for maintaining world peace, stopping war, maintaining human society, nationalism, as well as superpower, adopting an attitude of disarmament. The main aim of the non-aligned policy means not to join any power bloc, not Russia, not America, try to solve their own problems with their own understanding.